Today is an exciting day for us here at Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial. We launched the first Path to Peace project. This is a War of 1812 bicentennial project that's focused on students, international understanding, and peace.
We have 150 kids and their chaperones and teachers from Canada that we picked up this morning on a boat, and we brought them back here to Put in Bay, Ohio, where they're joined up with 150 some kids from the Bellevue schools from Ohio. And they're here meeting and learning about the War of 1812 itself. And they're also participating in some interpretive activities at the site of Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial, but also with artists.
Once they understand the basics about the War of 1812 and the Battle of Lake Erie, they're going to go back to their respective schools and work together to develop art pieces that will interpret their learning here today.
These students will be working with artists in their own hometowns, staying in touch with their counterparts, and then come back together in 6 months to show the work that they've done and share what they've learned.
We're going to be doing this project for 5 years. Today's project is just launching the 5-year project.
What we hope to share with this is that every story has a number of different sides. What we learn here in the United States is different than what is taught in Canada, and it's also a very different kind of history than what the First Nations are sharing.
We're also talking about multiple perspectives. And that is so important because we're allowing the visitor or the student to walk away with their own understanding of who is right, who is wrong. And like wars anywhere, there's always two sides to everything. And we're teaching that to students today.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
The National Park Service is one of the world's largest learning laboratories. So anytime that we bring schools in and we work with teachers, we create curriculum. And so this afternoon, we actually spent an hour and a half with the teachers that are here, giving them ideas that they can teach curriculum back in their classroom.
The kids are really enjoying the engagement piece and being able to talk to kids that they've never met. And you know, this is what it's all about in terms of cooperative learning and, you know, creating authentic learning environments for kids and bringing them to a site and firing a musket and learning about that. And I think it's the only way to do it.
Being an historian myself, it was my field of study in university, I really appreciate the effect of being where history happened and how it really impacts an individual. I think what we're doing is impacting them in the real human element of an episode like the War of 1812.
The importance of this particular project is that it's going to touch a lot of lives that normally would not be exposed to this type of program, this Art Legacy program. And I think it's also going to bring our communities closer together.
I think what's key here that the students understand that at one time the nations were at war, and 200 years later we are together in peace and harmony, and that we continue to grow in peace and harmony.